Situated in Kent, England, Gravesend is only 21 miles from central London, yet it's a million miles away from being described as nice. Gravesend is thought to be named as such due to the town being used as a burial site for plague victims. But it's not all doom and gloom for Gravesend, because there's still plenty to see and do. You can wind down at the Royal Pier, there's a clock tower, and a statue of Native American Princess Pocahontas, who interestingly died shortly after landing at Gravesend and is buried there. The very definition of irony, I think you'll find. And of course there's the P&O ferry, which is stationed at the opposite side of the Thames in Tilbury, that offers a brilliant block of the view of Gravesend for the long-suffering residents of Tilbury. There are some other famous people from Gravesend, such as England international footballer Mark Gahey. There's also one of the kids that played the very boring Ben Mitchell in EastEnders, and that's about it. But hey, one positive Gravesend has is the fact it has a high-speed train that runs through the town, which is probably so you can make your escape even quicker. Hey guys, and welcome. And that's a little tongue-in-cheek look at Gravesend. Obviously, I didn't mean anything by it. It's just a laugh. I'd have done it for anywhere. But yeah, so I'd gone around Gravesend. I had a look in the charity shops. Absolutely nothing in any of those, which, you know, it seems to be my luck, unfortunately. And then as far as like the pawn shops, and there's only one CEX, which is fine. Most cities and towns only have one. But there was only a cash converters. There was no other like pawn shops or second-hand shops or anything like that, unfortunately. So, yeah, very slim pickings. And there was a few things in cash converters, but I thought I'd go to CEX and spend a little bit more on some stuff that I actually really wanted to play. Well, two things I really wanted to play. I have got 3 items, so it may be a short video, this one, but at least I can go a little bit in depth on the games that I've got. So I'm going to start with the first game, which I've been wanting for a little while. I have had this game before, but I traded it in a while ago. And surprisingly, very expensive, especially if you go for number 4. This one's number 3 on the PlayStation 4, and it is Rugby League Live. Now, yes, there is a different rugby compared to Union, and League is better. I'm a Hull KR fan, I don't know if you can see, but yeah. And that's the reason I wanted this game. So this is from 2015, when Hull KR wasn't, well, they've never really been that good, but they especially wasn't very good in 2015. And yeah, I just want to play the game, but the Rugby League Live 4 goes for around £40. This one's 15, and considering how old it is, but the reason is they've been delisted off the PlayStation and Xbox store, and that's because of some licensing agreement that they had. I don't know if it's to do with the music. I'm playing it at the moment. That's Tiny Tina's Wonderlands in there. I don't know if it's due to music licensing or the licensing for the teams and the leagues. And it does have a lot of rugby league teams on there. It says from the NRL, which is Australia, Super League, which is the UK, and many more. It does go down to League One, I think, in the UK. But yeah, £15 for an old sports game is a bit worrying. But the game itself is okay. The players don't really look like the players unless the big names like Darryl Clark on the front there. A lot of the Rovers players don't look anything like they should do. Some of them don't even play the positions they're supposed to. But, I mean, it's not like we're drowning in these sorts of games. So it's the best we've got, unfortunately. I'm so hoping to bring out a new one very soon. But yeah, it's a clunky game. It's It's okay. The passing's a bit awkward because you have to press one of the top shoulder buttons and then X. So if you're passing to your right, you need to hold the right shoulder button and X to pass. And, you need to get used to that. And to do a bomb, you need to press a trigger and one of the buttons, I can't remember offhand. Or if you want to do a grubber kick through, you got to press the other button. It's all that getting used to, unfortunately. It's not just as easy as pressing one button like you might do on FIFA. But the same that you had to press a shoulder button and was it triangle for a ball through on FIFA? So that was back in the day. I don't know if it still is. But yeah, if you're into rugby league or you want to get into rugby league, it's okay, but don't expect anything mind blowing. Okay, I got a Game Boy Color game, and purely because it was £3, and I was really intrigued by it. And it is, I'm not sure if you can see it. I will put a picture up if you can't. I'll know in editing. But this is Soccer Manager for the Game Boy Color, and it's terrible. I don't know what I was expecting. Obviously not Football Manager on the PC, but it's not good. It's really difficult to navigate. You can only manage a team in the Premier League, which at the time, I can't remember what year this is from, but I think Bradford was in the Premier League, so maybe 1999, 2000 sort of era. But yeah, it's very, very hard to navigate, or I found it so. I mean, you've only got the two buttons and the D-pad on the Game Boy Color, start and select. So yeah, very watered down. I didn't really get much further into the game to play it because I'll take that off because I just couldn't get into it first time round. I'll give it another go. Obviously, I want to manage. I don't know actually. I'll have to go through the teams. I'm never really a big team, only Inter Milan if when I first start the game, and then I always go to leagues below because I love a challenge. I love building a team up rather than just taking one like Liverpool or Man City. So yeah, I'll have to see. Actually, Liverpool might be a good one because the best then, so I might get a bit more out of it. And the final game that I got, which I've wanted for a little bit, and I've not got round to it because of the prices of the damn things, but it's from a series that has got quite a lot of games in it, and it is Etrian 4, the Legends of the Titan, and wow, what a game. I'm really enjoying this, really, really enjoying it. I wanted a dungeon crawler, and this is exactly what it is. So if you're not familiar with dungeon crawling games, the the more old school, you go around a grid-based dungeon. So when you press up, you move sort of one square, and then you can turn around if there's you'll see from the footage anyway, but if there's like a corridor going from another direction, you can turn to go down there. Back in the day, you had to draw your own maps. So people used to get graph paper and rulers and stuff like that and draw the dungeon because it's so easy to get lost. This one allows you to draw the dungeon as you go along, so you can do it on the bottom screen. You just you can draw it. It is pretty good in that respect. And it draws straight lines, so you don't have to worry about wavy lines and stuff like that. And you can add doorways and things like that, or secret areas. And yeah, really enjoying it. You go into battles because there is a game which I got I had it on the Mac. It was Legend of Grimrock. It's fairly new. It's only like 6-7 years old, maybe a little bit older. But dungeon crawler, really, really good game. But you fought as you saw them, so you'd approach them and then you could attack on. This one goes into like a Japanese role play turn-based sort of fight, and I really like that. And yeah, you have a central hub, which is the town. I'm currently playing this, so the cartridge in head. You have a central hub, which is a town with where you can get your missions, you can buy, sell things, and level up characters, things like that. And I'm very early into the game, but it's really, really good. Really enjoying this one. So I might have to take the plunge on the others. I'm hoping they're as good as this one. I think this is it one of the newer ones? It is a remake, so it's not. This might have been out on an older system, but it won't have been as nice, or as you might not have had the map building thing on it. I'm not sure. If it was for the DS, you might have done. I'm going to have a look into that. But yeah, if you love your dungeon crawlers like Legend of Grimrock, I mean, going back, Eye of the Beholder, which is a Dungeons and Dragons game on many a system. I remember it on the, was it Super Nintendo or Mega Drive? Maybe both. But it was out on some of the older systems as well. Maybe in the Gold Box, which I'll put a picture up. There was loads of the Dungeons and Dragons Gold Box games, which were very similar to this. So, yeah, I mean, to get a dungeon crawler in this day and age, I say this day and age, it's for the Nintendo 3DS, probably released in, yeah, it doesn't say when it was released, but it'll have been like 2013, 2014 maybe. So 25, quite a price on it, but well worth it. Compared to modern games where you easily pay, at launch, maybe 3 times the amount, 75 in, for a collector's edition especially. Yeah, fantastic. I've not played it in 3D either. Apparently you can. I'm sure it's this one where it says you can play it in 3D, but I've only been playing it on the 2DS, but it's still really good. Great addition. And yeah, that was my trip to Gravesend, looking around, and the CEX, to be fair, was great. It was fun. And I must say as well, with Etrian, if the guy who works in the Gravesend CEX is watching this, I am so sorry that I got this, because he'd put it to one side. I did say as well, if you want to buy it, you can do. I'm not, but he goes, no, you're the customer. You're welcome to it. I only knew about it because it was online. I said, do you have it? But yeah, I'm so sorry, man. But if you are able to get hold of it, you won't be disappointed. So thank you very much for that. But yeah, the CEX in Gravesend was really good. Really impressed with it. Plenty of decent games in there, and just real tidy, and the staff were great. So yeah, if you're ever in Gravesend, definitely check it out. It's not I won't swear, it's not a dive or anything like that. It's a really nice CEX. And yeah, that's my trip to Gravesend, and I really enjoyed putting the video together at the beginning. I'm thinking I might do a few more of those, go to certain other places as well, and I'd love to do Bradford, because I hate Bradford. Sorry if you're from Bradford, but I've been there before and I hated it, so I might have to do that at some point. But anyway, yeah, that's for the future. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I have got my pickups for the last 2 months coming up. I'll get them filmed soon. And yeah, I hope to see you soon for more videos. So if you enjoyed this format with the video at the beginning, let me know in the comments, and I'll maybe start doing a few different things like that, because I'm getting bored of just, pickups and going through the same routine. I like putting videos together when I have the time to do it. So yeah, I'd love to do more of these, and I'm hoping to do a £10 challenge with another YouTuber very soon, Leah Mario. So look out for that. I don't know if it'll be on his channel or mine. That's something to decide. But yeah, either way, I'll put a link to it once we've done it. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you very soon.